Mr. President!
A new round of criticism regarding President Biden's handling of sensitive government documents after an FBI search uncovered 6 additional items, including some with classified markings, at Mr. Biden's Delaware home Friday. Some go back as far as his time in the Senate.
Clearly, he's become a serial classified document hoarder. Why did he have these? Who did he show them to?
Administration officials say the latest search was prompted by the White House.
The president's attorneys reached out to DOJ, offered access to the House, and it was provided. And so they wanted to do that as part of this ongoing process of getting them the information they need, making sure that no other materials were in the House.
This is the 4th batch of classified documents found between 2 locations, President Biden's private residence and his former D.C. office. The total number remains unclear. A special counsel is investigating the matter, as are House Republicans.
I think there are a lot of questions.
Some Democrats say the president made a mistake and should own up to it.
You just might as well say, listen, it's irresponsible. It was something that we should have had a better check and balance on.
Others in the party say the issue is not a deciding factor for voters.
I also don't think this is an issue that's keeping Americans up at night. I think they're worried about much more day-to-day things like inflation, prices at the pump, prescription drug prices.
President Biden's team is vowing to fully cooperate with the Justice Department's investigation. In Washington, Bree Jackson for NBC News. And the Justice Department also seized notes that Mr. Biden had personally written as vice president. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson for NBC News.
I think it's going to get a lot more serious for Biden. The fact that apparently some of these classified documents go all the way back to his Senate days and yet have traveled around with him. It's an incredible gift to Donald Trump that in many people's minds, not the least of which are Senator Dick Durbin, Senator Joe Manchin, 2 Democrats who said yesterday they thought the administration had been damaged. I mean, we need to do a lot more in the transition process to make sure these classified documents go where they're supposed to go at the end of an administration.
That's why there needs to be this independent investigation, an independent prosecutor. How many documents are we talking about? Dozens, a handful, or hundreds? How serious are they? Why were they taken? Did anyone have access to them? And then, is the president being cooperative? And I think by all accounts, it suggests that, yes, of course, he's being cooperative, as anyone should be. But these are the reasons why this independent prosecutor and an investigation is necessary.
Tonight, the unprecedented FBI search of a sitting president's home for classified documents, escalating the legal and political situation for President Biden. The White House revealing yet another bombshell late Saturday, that 6 items with classification markings were discovered Friday after an exhaustive 13-hour search of the president's Wilmington, Delaware home, some of them dating back to his time in the Senate and as vice president.
His notes, his files, his memorabilia, his to-do lists from decades ago, to just make sure that they had everything.
The FBI conducting the search at the invitation of the president's legal team, in coordination with the Justice Department, which is now reviewing the material.
After the lawyers found an additional document at the president's home, the president asked his team, reach out to the DOJ and give them access to my house.
It's the 4th such discovery after fewer than a dozen classified documents were found at the president's former office in Washington, D.C. in November, along with more in his Wilmington garage and an adjacent room in recent weeks, though the total number is still unknown. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle reacting to this latest revelation.
He's become a serial classified document hoarder.
When that information is found, it diminishes the stature of any person who is in possession of it, because it's not supposed to happen.
Some members of the president's own political party scrutinizing his first public comments since the appointment of a special counsel.
There's no there. I have no regrets.
Oh, I think he should have a lot of regrets.
The White House and Democrats repeatedly pointing to the differences between Mr. Biden and his predecessor's cases. This latest search done without the need for a warrant, unlike the FBI seizure at former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate last August.
We're going to be fully cooperative with that process to get this taken care of. And that's such a distinction in what we've seen in the past.